Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back here with another 12-12 siege for you today, and we have a great rivalry here. We have Scotland versus England. It's a nice 3v3, 3 Scots versus 3 English armies here today, and this is a epic one for sure. I mean, there's about, well, a good many men on this battlefield today, and yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, certainly. I mean, you can already see siege towers burning down. I mean, poor English already burning to a crispy death. I don't actually know if any of them... Did any English burn down? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, you can already see the English already getting onto the walls, already battling with the Scots here on the walls. We've already got Highlanders. I mean, we don't seem like we're in Scotland. I'm not going to lie. Scotland is certainly defending a castle that's doesn't look like any part of Scotland I've seen before. It looks like we're in the Middle East. But yeah, it is going to be an interesting one for sure. I mean, Scotland got some pretty handy units, got some pretty good longbow units, and have got the shock infantry Gallagher, and they also have hospitallers, bizarrely. England obviously is a very, very strong faction in 12-12, so it should be an interesting one to see for sure. But if you're enjoying seeing 12-12 on the channel and would like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support as always. If you want to get involved in some 12-12 action, or send in your own replays like the players have done today, then do join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. As always, thank you for all the support and keep it up, you guys. But as you can see here, we already have English foot knights landing on the walls. They're going to take on the Scottish foot knights to see whose foot knights are better. I mean, honestly, I would say that probably Scotland's going to win this, mainly just because England's the attacker. Defenders always kind of get favoured when it comes to like a wall battle like this. You can actually barely tell who's who. Both these are tier 1, both very bright, brightly coloured uniforms, so it's kind of hard to tell who's who. Don't really have that regimented colour. The Gallagher here kind of look a bit more regimented in colours, both only black and yellow. It's kind of very Scottish look. Seems like Scotland's making a bit of a tier defence. Seems like they're going to have like another layer back here. We've got some spears and some more Scottish foot knights ready at these like next couple of choke points. I haven't got anything defending over here just yet. Oh, they have here. Oh, this is a nice little death zone that's set up here. Got a barricade with some Scottish longbows on, and they'll fire into the flank of anything that attacks that spear line. That's really nice. But already you can see here the English already losing units on the wall. I mean, that's no surprise. They're fighting dismounted hospitallers here, tier 2 unit. They're fighting, I think they're fighting another tier 2 unit. Yeah, some sergeants. And I mean, just shock on the walls is just a nasty combination, really. Like, I mean, those big axes can swing and just cut through armor really easy. I mean, in a confined area, these guys do well. English have got their shock on the wall, though, here. Silver chevron as well. So, I mean, they might be able to help turn it around. Dismounted hospitallers are losing as well, actually. But they'll probably break these sergeants first. And I will just put out a bit of a disclaimer. If I do start accidentally coughing or just yeah, sound a bit strange, it's probably because I'm a little bit unwell. I do apologise. I will try and battle through it and just get on with it. But yeah, if I do accidentally randomly cough, then I do apologise. I cannot help it. But yeah, anyway, Highlanders here, which are not fighting in the Highlands. They're feeling very out of their environment, fighting some sergeants here on the walls. They're doing their utmost best, but I don't think the armour difference is really in favour of the Scots here. They're going to need people like William Wallace and Robert the Bruce. I feel like the Scots to turn this one around to give themselves a chance against the English. They know how to beat the English, those two men. Got spearmen down here. They've already managed to get off the walls. I mean, that's not a good sign for Scotland already. The English has managed to get off the wall. I mean, in fairness, so this is a spear unit. It's not really the unit that's going to hold. I mean, it's a good unit that'll hold, but it's not going to be able to hold a bridgehead like this for very long, especially with shock infantry being thrown in. The Gallagher here being thrown straight into the mess. You can see already wavering. Look at that, 120 men, and they're already going to waver. Those spears are supposed to be quite good. Getting broken by Highlanders and some shock. If you look at this, yeah, the English are like kind of already covering this wall here. Lots of spears, got more sergeants on the wall here. I mean, in fairness, the Scots have got... I mean, they're holding good chunks of the wall still as well. But there are patches where the English are starting to take control of. I mean, the English have got a lot of troops left as well outside the wall. Still got a lot of English foot knights. They've got Cav, obviously they've got their famous longbows. If I was the English, I'd be saving ammo so that when you get on the walls, you can then fire down also. Because later on, there is more troops, and there are like pikes back here. There's a pike Shiltron here, and there's another one on that side as well. So there's still lots of nasty units to come. So they want to save ammo. But yeah, the wall fight, as always, in 12-12 now, is brutal. It never used to be like this, I won't lie. Most people never used to fight on the wall. Now, everyone does it. And I love it. Gives off a lot more of a medieval vibe. Actually fighting for your walls, instead of just letting everyone come off. Like, take your walls and then fight for the streets. But let me know in the comments who you think is going to win. Do you think it's going to be English, or do you think it's going to be the Scots? As an Englishman, I guess I've got to kind of root for England. But I don't know. I think Scotland have got a good chance. They've started off pretty strong. They are starting to lose a few troops here and there, but they are Highlanders. This is not a good sign. I was going to say that the Scots are going to win this, but they're actually getting shot in the back themselves. You got the longbows back here. They're firing all the way over. The Welsh are here, supporting their English overlords. Firing, yeah, look at that. You can just about see they're firing to the backs of those Scottish foot knights there. That is, it's pretty brutal. But yeah, they are, they're managing to get a few kills here and there. Yeah, I mean, the early period, like, Scots and England, I mean, just early period, any Western faction, just looks so cool. I mean, they all look so similar, I mean, they're knights. Because they're all just really bright, and then they're sort of like coats of arms, and that's about it. Yeah, they'll fight for a little longer. I mean, they're also bizarrely is also like the most expensive unit of a usually for a sword unit. Usually because they do have like the most attack melee damage, but they have not as great armor. And I still think that you don't want to have a tier 1 move up against a tier 3. You'll get kind of brutalized. You can see here on the walls, Scotland doing a lot of damage. You've got archers over here. We've got Ettrick archers. I think they're the best archers I think Scotland has available to them. These Ettrick archers anyway, they're doing damage to everything that the English have on the walls here. And you have Scottish cavalry. I mean, it's not Scottish cavalry. It's Hospitaller Knights fighting for Scotland. So clearly God is with Scotland today. Because his servants are fighting for the Scots. Oh! And we managed to just fly all the way past. I was going to look at this, but for some reason the camera decided we weren't going to look at it. But yeah, more sergeants dropping off the walls, which is all well and good. But I personally feel like you need to take the walls and then try and get archers on the walls just to then, yeah, because look at this, we'll just stop, say what, look at that cavalry charge. Oh my god, that's going to just destroy that poor sergeant. If you can take the walls and then put archers on them, then you can focus down anything on the other side of the wall. Force your enemy away from the wall, and then it allows you to safely get troops down from the wall. Like, these sergeants have not been able to safely get down from the walls. As you can tell, they're getting murdered by cavalry and by infantry. I mean, look at these vibrant colours. Look at the colours of, like, the Hospitaller Knights. They look beautiful. They really do. And there you go. That's another unit that's been routed. I think they routed the spears here. They've routed a sword unit as well. So, I mean, I'm sure the Scots will quite happily invite the English keep doing this. I mean, same going on over here. Like, England's dropped a unit down off the wall, some sergeants. They're getting sandwiched between two lesser units of Highlanders. Yeah, the sergeants are killing some Highlanders, but ultimately the Highlanders are going to win because they're surrounding them. Same over here. I mean, actually, this one isn't kind of as well surrounded. I mean, if the archers here for, like, England could support, they could focus these guys down. These are light melee. You could really support your infantry quite easily here. All you have to do is shoot the Highlanders, and you'd mow them down pretty quickly because they're, like I said, light melee. Then once you've done that, does the cavalry not just come in and kill them all? Quite possibly. Scottish Knights here, though. Here we go. Some proper Scottish nobility. none of God's servants here. I mean, I guess you could say that if they're a good Christian, they're a servant to God. But anyway, looks like they're going to try and pull those Highlanders out of the way because they probably want to do another cavalry charge here, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a great one at all. These sergeants look like they're going to try. Yeah, they've actually broken the Highlanders here. They, I guess, sort of held this choke point. Not really. I mean, England kind of holds this entire wall nearly. I mean, certainly this section. You could get archers on the wall, I would have thought now. But let's look at the numbers. Numbers are 6,500. I mean, it's against 5,700. I'd say, I mean, obviously it's still in favour slightly of the attackers. But bounce power's not too... It's not, like, out of favour of the defenders. They can still turn this around. Numbers aren't, like, as well, like... Numbers in the armies, I mean, it's close enough for the defenders to turn around. They've got some pretty good positions that they're going to dig in later on. And also, I imagine these are most of their cheaper troops that they have got up the front here. I'm sure as we go back, there'll be more elites. I mean, I say that, and then looking, there's more Highlanders. More Highlanders ready to go. Maybe they had to bring quite a lot of Highlanders. I don't know. Gallagher down here, though. An angry Scotsman with an axe. I would not want to face one of those. I do like Scotland's like coat of arms. They're like the red lion on a yellow field. Does look quite nice and fair. Quite appealing colour scheme. They do need like a. I feel like I know they like the general like kind of looks in that sort of colour scheme. They need like a dismounted unit that kind of looks a bit like that. I mean, I don't really like the red like that they have going with that. I think they should be in yellow. But I think like if they had like a yellow, like a unit that was kind of like that coat of arms sort of colour, that would be really nice. The Gallagher on the wall here are now being beaten. These shock infantry are being beaten by far heavier English foot knights. Let's just turn around this way. Are they? No, they're tier 2. It's clearly a tier 2 and tier 3. Battle today. No, tier 1 and tier 2, sorry. No tier 3. That's what I was trying to say. Have England just landed another tower? They have. They decided to land another tower to put more infantry on the wall. I mean, you can put as much as you want on the wall, but at some point it does get crowded. Maybe they're just desperate to break this Gallagher. I mean, they are now actually getting archers onto the wall. Mercenary Welsh longbows are now getting onto the wall. That's a good sign for England, and also this is a good sign for England. They've actually starting to take control of the street now. Though, I mean, if I was these archers here, I mean, what are they firing at? They're firing at the other archers on top of this wall, I think. This is a nice position. You can shoot anything here. You can shoot the like shock infantry. You can shoot archers. You can shoot anything. I mean, I don't know what I'd shoot. You kind of just spoiled for choices. These longbows here. I'll probably shoot these foot knights are right in front of me though. Look at this. Oh my gosh, they're getting gunned down right now, these archers. Yeah, just if you start shooting these foot knights right in front of you, you kill like a good amount of them. This is like the most risky job to do as a knight, or just as like any infantry. It's just trying to destroy a barricade with its archers on it, because obviously your point blank range and the archers can't miss. But England is starting to take the walls, and like the other side of the walls, like I said, is the most important thing to do. Archers are on the walls as well, and they can support their infantry below, which is going to need to be done now, because there's cavalry looming. I mean, these are hobblers, they're only light shock, but it's still shock. They'll do damage. Though it's certainly a unit you could easily take out with archers, because like I said, light shock, that means very little armor, but that looks a bit more heavy. Yeah, this is the hospitality unit that's been causing issues all day, or one of them at least. I mean, this is where you want to use the cavalry, really. I don't think the next, well, you could a bit here, I guess. Certainly this half of the city is a bit easier to use the cavalry, and it's a bit more open. I mean, I'd be thinking about sallying out. There's not much in the way of cavalry, really, to stop you going for, like, this trebuchet, for instance, or, like, anything else. But there you go. Hobblars going flying on in there. I mean, was a pretty decent charge. Into spears is risky with a light shock cav. They might rout that spear. And now the hospitality is going to come in. They're going to try and. I mean, they didn't need to. That spear had already been routed, so they're already going to be flying on in deep into enemy lines. Going to take out these English foot knights, or try. Could cost them a lot of men here. The Hobblars are back, as you can see in the background. They're going to go back in. Don't know what they're really hitting into, but it looks like they just kind of climbed their own side. The archers on the wall here, where are they? Oh, they're not on the walls anymore. They've come off the walls. No, they need to be in overdrive, just firing on these cavalry units. Like, you need to protect your shock as much as possible. It seems like they managed to take out the barricade. Oh no, they didn't actually. They nearly did. Oh, we've got Templars there as well. Wow, really have got God on their side, haven't they? Have the Scots today. They brought all the holy orders. Yeah, look at this. So you're going to see the Hospitals going to come back around. They're going to come for round 2, maybe. I certainly would. I don't think there's archers obviously hit on the walls and stuff, but I mean, these Hospitals are pretty healthy. They could probably take at least a volley or two. I'd certainly hit this English foot knight. It's going to march towards you. It is in sheer wall, but you might be able to hit it. Here we go. I think he's going to risk it, isn't he? No, he's not. Oh, teasing England he is. I mean, there's like there's like 2 or 3 longbows on the wall. Actually, no, there's a couple, but you could certainly hit a few of them. You have to just see whether England's paying attention. They've got a lot of cav, actually, have Scotland. They've got another one back here. They've got, yeah, Templars. They've got Scottish Knights. They've got more Templars here. They've got 2 more cavalry units over here, some Hobblars. So they decided to bring a lot of cav for a defensive battle, or defensive siege. Yeah, they have a lot of cav. I didn't know if they're going to sally out or what, but I guess they can afford to be aggressive with this cav. I mean, maybe not the Hospitals, because they are the most, like, heavily armored ones they brought, but certainly, like, these Templars could be a bit more aggressive if they fancied it. Don't know what I thought these guys were going to go for a charge down that street. I got really excited there, but no. I wonder whether these English knights here are thinking they're going to go for a sally out. I don't think they will. I don't think Scotland would risk that. Maybe wrong. I mean, there's not much to gain out there. Can do a lot more damage in here. Yeah, look at this. This is going to be a very nice charge. Hospital is going flying on in. Oh, jeez. Those shock infantry just disappeared. And the spears aren't set up. There you go. Oh my gosh. They sent everything in to just murder these 2 units. That's 3 units of cav. I mean, they're going to murder everything. Just stay on the walls, men. Stay on the walls. It's safer up there. You can't die. Coming down here is it's a death sentence. Yeah, these silver chevron shock as well. Yeah, look at this. The Hospitals are just waiting for more men to come down to charge them again. Oh, jeez. It's brutal. It really is. They're getting cut down now, actually. So many archers on the wall nearby. They've got some archers on the other side of the wall. Yeah, those Hospitals are taking quite a lot of casualties now. But they're inflicting a lot of their own. And they're still fighting on the walls. Jeez, these shock infantry. They're hard to get off the walls. I can say that from experience. These guys are hard to kill. When you put a shock infantry unit on a wall, it's probably going to get at least 200-300 kills. Especially if it's an elite shock infantry. And it's defending anyway. If it's attacking, maybe not so much. It usually gets focused down quite easily. But yeah, they'll fight on for a little longer. If I was England, I'd start capturing a gate or something like that so you can get your own cavalry inside. It's always a good idea. I think it's one of the main things I always try and do. I mean, usually when I play 12-12 sieges, I usually play like tier 3. Even tier 2 you can bring, I think you can bring gunpowder artillery. So I always try and bring some of that, because then you can open up a breach, so you don't have to rely on capturing a gate to get your cavalry inside. Oh, I didn't realise this. England has already pushed for this bridge, and he's again, the same results happened over here like it did in that corner of the map. We're seeing the Scottish Knights routing some sergeants. It seems like we've got some English foot knights that are going to be coming up next. They have formed shield wall. The English need to get in their own pole arms. I don't know if they... I know this army has brought some. They've got heavy billmen. And that army has actually as well. They've got heavy billmen. So they might want to start thinking about pushing them up soon, just to try and counter this cav. Because it is causing havoc. And this is why I don't really know why, like... I think 12-12 needs to reassess. I'm not saying that this is unfair. I'm just saying that it just seems a bit bizarre that like every European faction has, or most of, like, certainly the minor ones have like these Holy Order Knight units. Like, I don't know why they really do have them. They can get them in campaign, that's cool. I don't think for a multiplayer battle that's really a great idea, because then it kind of just means that every... I just watch this charge. It's okay, actually, even with the shield wall. It kind of, you know, they still got kills. But yeah, even what I'm saying is that if every single faction... Oh, there's another one going to happen here. Jeez, England is going to have a brutal time, isn't it? No? Are they going to charge? Surely they will. Yeah, and they didn't set up just... they hadn't had enough time to set up for a charge. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that if every faction basically has military order cavalry, for like the Eastern... the European factions, then it kind of just means that no European factions have any weaknesses, and that, in my opinion, that's kind of a little bit unfair. Certainly if you're not playing a Christian faction. And also if you're playing against, if you're just doing all Christian factions, in the end you'll just end up bringing like Holy Order Cav, which is really, really good Cav. I mean, certainly if it's like tier 1 Templar Knights, they're really good. So yeah, if you do like a tier 1 only game, these guys are really, really good. And these English Foot Knights are getting absolutely abused by them right now. I mean, it looks like they're going to come for another charge now. Like, if I was these English Foot Knights by now, I'd have run. And this cavalry's just stuck it behind. Oh, jeez. I wasn't even, like, that caught me out as much as it caught the player out. Oh, no. And no, even though the Hospitalities are now going to get murdered, it's going to allow the Templars to get a nice rear charge. Oh, jeez. This poor English Foot Knight is just getting abused. That's going to break. And let's look at the numbers. I mean, it's 5,100 against 4,400. I mean, England's closing the gap on Scotland, or Scotland's closing the gap on England, should I say. Like, they're both going to have a similar amount of men very soon. England needs to certainly get its infantry in there and do more work, because their infantry is probably much more... well, it's just better than this. They're better than Scotland's. Don't know. There's nothing else. No way better saying it, really. I mean, they've got mainly tier 1, and it's like light spears. Apart from their Scottish Foot Knights, most of the Scottish infantry is pretty terrible. They're just seeing now, like, these Highlanders are just not up to it. The pikes could be handy, but I think they're light pikes as well, and then the mediums. But even still, I mean, a few longbow volleys are probably going to start to get reduced. Here we go. Scotland starts the defence of these bridges. But yeah, these Highlanders, yeah, just not up to the match. I mean it's high period against like early period, and also these guys are light melee. Though they are causing these sergeants to lose, but I think that's just because of the archers here. The longbows are going to be pretty handy. Like I said, these guys, they've got pretty good longbows, like the English. They've got a decent angle onto the flanks there, actually. On your command! It's a pretty decent angle. Might need more archers up there. They've got plenty down here. This cav is still causing havoc. I still personally think they need more cav over than this side. If they can get... If the Scots bring all their cav over here, it's really going to just limit the amount of infantry that the English can get to this front line over here, which it seems like it's the only front line they're interested in like, using. Looks like they're going to decide to just make shield walls here and bottle it up. Just go through one choke point. Which means it's going to be a grindy siege if it stays like this. It'd be cool if you could have landing craft go across from this side to the other. That'd be very cool. I know that's very, very difficult to do, I'm sure, in Total War. But imagine trying to make, like, having landing craft that you could just get in and cross, like, a river. That would be awesome. Like, on a map, that would be really cool. I know we're not playing it, but like, say it was Rise of Mordor, for instance, and you're on Osgiliath, and you took one half the city, and instead of like taking the bridges, you could cross the river by landing craft. That would be awesome. Oh jeez, a cavalry here. More cavalry charges. English, like, knights and sergeants must live in fear at the moment of the Scottish cav. Like, you've seen hundreds of your comrades be murdered at this point from Scottish cav. You hear, like, horses run by. Even if it's your own, you've probably got PTSD. These Templars must have hundreds. I cannot wait to see the amount of kills the Scottish cav has got. Finally, the English have got their own cav inside. I mean, it looks like they've taken a lot of casualties. Oh my gosh, yeah, they have. Look at this. They've run through all of these traps here. And they've, like, killed, I don't know how many of their own cavalry, but a lot by the looks of it. And they've got it inside, and they're now going to be able to contain the Scottish cav themselves. Did they lose a general? No, general's still alive. I thought he... Sometimes I've seen the general, like, at that health has died when running through here. Like, the first person to run through on a trap dies, and it's your general. I will also... I do remember, actually, this is probably why they're not assaulting this way. I do remember the death boxes here. That it probably doesn't go. But yeah, finally the Scottish cav is dead. I mean, that has been a menace to the English knight for quite a while. Yeah, I mean, I kind of hope they assault here. I want to see how effective this death box is. It'd be interesting to see for sure. I mean, I don't know what you'd send, but you'd have to send up some archers first to try and soften it down. They might need to do the same here. Like, I mean, the infantry alone does not seem to be able to break through. There you go. Seems like England has broken through, though. Scotland kind of looks like he's retreated. Is he trying to form another death box here, I wonder? He has got more spears and swords set up here. And I imagine he's going to... Oh, yeah. Look at this. He's going to allow his cavalry to come down and get a nice charge in the flank. The retreating Scots may slow down that charge. Yeah, well, that was kind of a cop-out. Oh, it's because cavalry's coming. English cavalry's coming up to try and... stop the Scottish Knights. Scotland's not going to allow it. Don't know if that was really a fight that the Scots wanted. They should have allowed the English Knights to rush in. They had archers set up. They had all those archers set up on this. I mean, it's not actually all those archers. There's barely any left by the looks of it. Being focused down. Yeah, these Scottish Knights here are losing because they're having to fight cavalry and infantry. Got Highlanders coming up again. At least they have Javies, but I don't even think they're going to really do much. The spear line here trying to hold on. This is generally one of the most confusing things ever, watching Scottish and English knights, like foot knights, fight each other. It's just... If you're not looking very closely, you can't actually tell who's fighting who. How they didn't kill each other, like, kill their own side in battle, I don't know. Like, you'd have to remember your coat of arms so well, to remember who's fighting for whose side. Javi's being thrown by the Highlanders. I mean, they're firing at... the English longbows just pouring fire onto these poor Highlanders. And they've got to hold back a whole host of heavily armoured knights now. Oh boy. Look at it. Look at it. They might need the pikes soon, you know. They might need the pikes. There isn't much left for Scotland. I mean, England's looking a bit thin actually as well, to be fair. They're running low on infantry. Yeah, I think this is it. This might be like it for their main sword infantry. Oh, they got a little bit more here. Ah, yes, every Scotsman has to be ginger as well, of course. I kind of hope that since you got like in 1212 you have like Henry V as a unique general. I kind of hope they do add some like unique Scottish ones. I mean, there's some, like I said, you could have William Wallace or Robert the Bruce. Might be a little bit I think that'd be appropriate to add. Because why not? Just why not? Yeah, these Highlanders though are kind of getting screwed. At least they're giving the chance for their other ones back here, the reserves, to get some Javis. I bet they're now being. Oh jeez, look at the Scottish foot knights getting gunned down by these Javis. They're gonna waver and break. But yeah, Scotland is it's being forced back. They might want to treat these Highlanders, allow these Templars to actually get some room for operation, because like I said, it's kind of hard when you're into this like this half of the city to actually really use your cav effectively. The Scots over here are losing as well, and unfortunately, I mean, it seems like it's a current pattern now. They start off so well on the walls, and as soon as they lost those walls, they've had a bit of a rough time. I think they should have maybe just committed all of their forces. Oh, I don't know. They've won there. Now they're into the archers actually, but they need to have a unit to quickly cut off the bridge. But I don't think they're going to make it in time, because the English foot knights are now coming across, and they'll reclaim the bridge. Yeah, you can see these spears. They can try to pull through the archers. They're just trying to waver because they try to pull through to stop any knights joining and saving the archers. And they finally made a push over here because, well, there's no archers here left anymore, so the death trap can't really work. We've got heavy billmen, and they got charged by the spears. Good charge by Scotland before the billmen kind of really set up properly. Yeah, Scotland, thank God. He's going to set up some Scottish longbows, and he's going to quickly focus down anything I imagine that comes here. I mean, if I was England, I'd rush these sergeants home to quickly destroy this barricade. Looks like we've got... Oh, he's falling about the billmen. Look at this. Scotland's chasing down England. Over here you can see Scotland's desperately trying to... Are they shooting this? I don't know what they're really shooting. I think they are shooting the sergeants right below them. Yeah, they are. They should eventually start to kill them, but I mean, I don't know if they'll do it in time before the barricade breaks. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look at that. It's gonna go. You better get off the barricade soon, Scotland. Save your archers. Yeah, they're not dropping quickly enough. Oh, jeez, look at that. Brutal volleys. No barricade to protect them now because from the archers. Yeah, run for your lives, boys. Run for your lives. The barricade's about to go. If they had some cav here, that'd be a good answer. As soon as the sergeants break through cav, can just charge in after them. But yeah, there you go. Sergeants on their way now. Looks like, I don't know, maybe the Lord's bodyguard will come down and save them. Got some more dismounted hospitalities here. They're coming up. They have managed to push the English all the way back to this bridge. It's a bit of a win. The new threat is now kind of over here where all the billmen are. There you go, yeah, they've managed to chase down these archers and rout them. Now you've got a general, Lord's bodyguard, all the way down here. Didn't get a great charge at all. He's going to have to redo that charge. We've got here Templar Knights. So we have a King's bodyguard, we have a Lord's bodyguard. What was the other general then? Was he dead? Oh no, he's there. Oh. He is another Lord's bodyguard. I kind of like that. They have only one King's bodyguard. There you go. Templars, sorry, went in trying to silence these sergeants. I don't know how great a charge. They did okay. At least they got them to lose decisively. They came kind of rushing around that corner. Now we've got Billmen coming up. I mean, they've got plenty of archers left of the Scots. So, I mean, they can focus on these Billmen quite happily. They just don't want these Templars. Oh, get out of there, please. Just keep baiting these Billmen. They're now retreating. I don't know why they're fighting the Scots here. They just let your archers do all hard work. Let them shoot the Billmen. I know you don't want to be like the English and just rely on your bowmen, but it is a good way of winning. I mean, the English did it for so many years and conquered a lot of France and Scotland doing it. And there you go. The Billmen are getting reduced to nothing. That's all they got to do. Focus them down. More cav here. Why is English cav just here? It's not the place to have it. There's a Templar knight out here. Okay. Is he gonna try and take out this general? Edward Black Prince. And he's getting stuck on his own trap. That's unfortunate. They are gonna try and take out that general and I think the trebuchet, but the general will probably sacrifice himself to save the trebuchet. And of course, there we go. We're getting to one at the front. In they go after the Black Prince. Whether they'll be able to win that fight, they did get the charge off. Whether they'll be able to win it though, no. Look at that. They might, you know. They might. I thought they were losing, but they're not. They are very much winning that. Wow, yeah. These Templars, they're strong, man. They are strong. Like, guys, if you're playing Tier 1 12-12 and you can bring Templar Knights, I'd bring them. They're doing God's work right now. If they killed Edward Black Prince with 2 silver chevrons, I'd be very impressed. They might need some support though. I don't know if they got any. No, there's nothing nearby that can support them. I don't know. They seem to be losing, like, they're losing the occasional man here and there. Edward Black Prince right now is currently, he's lost another guy there, I guess. He seems to be stabilizing a little bit. Like, they're so much more heavily armored than the Templars. He's gonna try and go for another charge, I think. Don't know how smart an idea that is. He might do it, you know. Is this player AFK or something? I don't know. He's just gonna allow his general to get like charged again. That was wow. He did just allow his general to just get charged again, and I think he's gonna lose his general this time. Edward Black Prince is like, he's down to like less than 20 men now. 19. Yeah, he's dropping. I mean, the Templars aren't looking so healthy either. And that might be him dead. And there you go, General has died. That is, I don't know how much like that army had left. But while we've been just watching that happen, England has managed to get all the way back up this slope here. And is yeah, he's managed to get all the way up here. I guess Scotland just ran out of infantry. Kind of has, really. It was just a common theme. They had seen. I did think they brought a little bit too much cav, but also like their infantry options aren't that great anyway. Like they got Highlanders and they've got those spears. They've got foot knights and stuff like that. But oh, jeez, that was not a great charge by that general. But Scotland's infantry at the moment is just not that great. It's the same with a few factions. Scotland in particular just needs more love, needs more work done to it. I'm sure the devs will get around to it eventually, but yeah, at the moment it's just lacking a little bit. There's still got lots of ammo on these archers as well. I mean, why are you not firing, dude? You need to be using the ammo, especially now that your Shiltron is just getting focused down.
Our men have given up and are running.
But, I mean, well done to the Scottish player. At least he managed to take out this general for these Templars. I mean, that shows that like you can win a fight with a lower tier cavalry unit if done right. And look at this, these Hobblars going to come in. They're going to cause havoc, do damage to these pole arms. I mean, they're going to get countercharged though by shock infantry. That could be painful. Archers need to just turn around. They can focus down these Hoplars. I think they are trying to get after the archers. The Scottish Cav, but I don't know if they'll manage it really. They're also going to get cut down if they carry on staying in combat with these shock infantry. There you go. Scotland's not giving up though. I like it. He's going to carry on doing his cavalry charges with fresh cavalry. This is like, what? Look at this. This is almost fresh Templar Knights. Why weren't these used earlier? They could have reduced. I think if they had all their cavalry like in this area here, they could have reduced like the first English wave that came through the gates. They did destroy quite a bit, but like they could have done more. I think they had so much cavalry. Or they could have done a massive sally out once like they felt comfortable to. Like who knows what they could have done, or what they could have achieved. Who knows? One Hoblar is broken. Another one's still to go. I mean, they got Javies. I'd use the Javies. Why not? I mean, what have you got to lose? Got still some more Scottish shock infantry here. The Gallaghites doing their bit. Poor guy there, losing his head. They're retreating or they get broken. No, they're just retreating. I never get that why people retreat the shock infantry. It always loses more men than you than just keeping them in combat. I mean, they're not obviously going to win that fight, the Scots, I don't think. I don't know, actually. Heavy versus heavy. Oh, no, it's tier 2, though. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, maybe they weren't going to win that one, so that's fair enough. But, I mean, you'd at least get... Well, they might win if these archers actually came and supported. Maybe the Templars actually managed to get it all the way back around here. They're going to be able to get inside and do some more damage. Hoplars are still causing a bit of havoc. They're going to charge into these English knights. Or are they? What? They duped me, it would seem. They went up to the shock infantry. They're going to desperately go after these archers. They really just want to take out some archers, don't they? I mean, the English bowman is kind of the bane of Scotland and France. So no surprise they just wanted to kill these guys. I bet these aren't even English. I bet they're Welsh. They are. You're not even killing, like... true blood Englishmen. They're killing the Welsh. They didn't sign up to be part of this. They kind of, I mean, this says mercs, but we all know that it's conscripts. They didn't want to be there. The Hoplars are broken. And now there's only a very thin Highlander line holding back the English tide. But here we go, more shock infantry coming in. These Hospitallers. I mean, these guys have done well. They needed more of them, that was all. Good charge down here. These Lord's Bodyguard catching out a load of archers here. England kind of getting a little sloppy at the end here. I mean, this Scotland General is losing a lot of men unnecessarily here. Look at this. Templars not really got much of an option of where to go. It's either charge into this billman or into the back of your own archers. Guess you could sneak through that gap there and do some damage. And the trebuchet is just about to arrive as well. If that was if they needed anything else to rub in the face of the English, or in the face of the Scots, in fact, the English are the ones rubbing the face. King's bodyguard up here though. He's now going after the Scottish King's bodyguard, so we're gonna have a king versus king going on here. There he is, the King of England. A general has died though. And which one is it? Oh, it's the one that died when chasing after archers over here. He did a pretty poor charge. Yeah, Scotland's not looking good. And this general, oh no, yeah, that general's broken as well. We've also got King's bodyguard losing it. It's not a good sign of, yeah, archers and stuff starting to break. And that's going to be the battle, really. It was a fun one, certainly. I mean, you can see Scotland did a pretty good job. They got the English down to about 1,800 men. They've got currently 200 of their own left. They did a pretty good job. I think, like I said, yeah, they could have maybe had a lot more success if they had all their cavalry over here. And maybe, I mean, if they were to have that much anyway, maybe they could have brought less and brought more of those like Scottish foot knights or more shock infantry would certainly have been very handy. Or just have that cavalry all over there, and they could have decimated anything that came off the wall for the English, I think, or maybe side out. I don't know. Let me know what you think. What do you think the Scots could have done differently? Let me know in the comments, because it'd be interested to see what you think. Like the Scots did wrong. If you think they did anything wrong, I mean, it was a close battle in the end. Sometimes you just get beaten by the better side. But yeah, we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. But yeah, this one was sent in by, I believe, Volkov, who was playing as one of the Scottish factions, but I don't know if it was from his perspective. I think it might have been from Riken's perspective. Oh no, it's from Alsnuff's perspective, I think. Sent this one, but I think Volkov sent it in. I apologise if I've got that wrong. But yeah, I mean, Alsnuff will go with his army first. He got the English foot knights with 132 kills. They did pretty well. He's got Sarns with 158. His foot knights here with 152. 227 with retinue longbows here. Then we have Murakeps. 277 kills with his English foot knights. Very nice. Sergeants here with 166 kills. 104 for his English foot knights. His Welsh longbows getting 267 kills. I mean, everyone's longbows, it seems, are going to do very well here for England. I mean, no surprises there. 138 for his English foot knights. His pole arms getting 69 kills. His sergeants getting 125. His Welsh longbows getting 196. 420 kills for his English foot knights. Wow. Did anyone else do that well? No cav for England did anywhere close as well as Riken's there. Well done. Then we've got Knight Volkov playing as the one of the armies of Scotland. 108 kills as Galagite. His Highlanders getting 168 kills, pretty good for the light infantry. Wow, yeah, his Scottish foot knights only getting 25 kills. Yikes, definitely not good, having spent probably a lot of money on them. His Scottish knights are getting 231 kills, very good there. His Hoplites getting 111. His archers getting 162 kills. And we have Astro Nutty playing as another one of the Scottish armies. Bringing a much more small, as you can see, but a lot more elite army. Bringing a lot of these Templar Knights. 514 kills. Wow, look at that. Insane. 194 kills with his shock as well. 140 with his Galagite there. Really well done. His archers getting 198 kills as well. Then you have Hamdog here, who also did really well. I mean, he has like a bit of a mix of well, actually, he's just really got a generic Scottish army, bar one Hospitaller Knight here, which got 415 kills. Jeez, 415 kills, insane. Yeah, and then he's got Hoplites here with 158 kills as well, did well. Scottish Longbows with 173. Scottish Knights, it seems like maybe the Scottish Knights didn't do that well. Maybe they're just not that great. It's only getting 76 kills. Highlanders getting 148, pretty good. Shilter on the end, no kills. They just got focused down. I think like if you're either gonna have to use your pikes late on, or just early on, or never at all, because at the end people always have ammo and they just leave ammo for pikes. Then Galagite here with 238 kills. Really well done there with his Galagite, did really well. And this general got 125 kills, pretty good. I mean, and also Volkov got 107 kills with his. This is not too shabby. But there you go. That is the battle. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.